Beautiful ducks. This is what the ducks eat this time of year. It's a lot of crab apples. Wanted to show you what Mr. Piggy's doing. He's trying to break the door. Hi, Mr. Piggy. He's done a super good job of rototilling under here. But since it's not a garden, it doesn't do me much good. Huh? Hey guys, so we are all set to go on the pig. I am nervous. I've butchered pigs before, but I've never butchered one this big. I've butchered sheep before and stuff like that, but them I just skinned. And so this is going to be my first solo scraping. Also my first full butcher of a pig that's sizable. Just a little nervous. I have the kitchen fully clean. I have water, not on the wood burning stove because it's a warm day. I picked a warm day so that it was easy to work outside. So I have the water boiling on the electric stove. I have my chopping block ready. We're not going to be using this until tomorrow, but I just have a lot of my tools ready and I have everything clean. It's really important when you are butchering your own meat to have cleanliness as like the top of the list. Again, we're not packaging anything today. We are just scraping. And I did a lot of research online to try and find out how to do this without having to buy $250 worth of equipment. And this is what I saw people in third world countries doing, where they just poured the boiling water over the pig instead of having it dipped. We don't have anything tall enough to be able to dip a pig into a big barrel standing upright. We don't have that. So we're going to try it. If halfway through the project I find out we can't scrape it well, I'll just skin the pig and we'll call it good. We'll know for next time. So pause and let me get it where the majority of the meat is going to be. Get the under leg, not the over leg, under leg, and just roll.
Originally, I was just thinking Paige could pull and I could push.
If he rocks, he could roll back up.
Okay, go ahead.
Should I go push?
Yeah, go ahead and push. Where did I put my knife?
I would.
On corners. Kaya with Dad on this end.
And you gotta go to the inside. So you're gonna have
And then I will try to guide him so that he rolls this way.
go.
Good job, guys.
I was getting really worried about my fingers getting pinched.
Okay, pause. We need to get that other underneath him and scoot further. So somebody there we go. A little bit further, a little more even so he's resting on the sawhorse. There we go, it's working. Look, see, we got white. Come see, babe.
I see that.
Did you want me to? Go turn the water on to boil. It's because I was trying really hard to keep it all in one spot.
Right. I think right where you're going back and forth.
See? It just starts to release once I go over it a couple times. Turn the water back on to boil. Okay, so far the tip of the day is have lots and lots of boiling water. If you're carrying it in a little pot, it does need to be boiling when you take it outside. It will cool in the time it takes from going to the stove to going to the pig. If we had our camp chef on the deck going and that was what we were doing things with, then that probably wouldn't be the case so much. But it needs to be almost boiling when it hits the pig. And because the pig isn't being dipped in the water, it isn't staying as hot. So if you're going to do it by pouring, it needs to be boiling when you start to walk. It takes one whole person just to keep the water going. Okay, so far the best tool has been the spoon. This is half of the bacon. You need a food scale. You're going to do 20% sugar to your salt ratio and whatever else you want to put in it. The salt removes moisture and inhibits bacterial growth, encourages lactic fermentation, preserving bacteria instead of rot. What are you at now? 2 pounds?
Almost half past.
So that's 1 cup sugar to 4 cups salt, and I'm going to put some pepper on it, and then we're going to go ahead and start stacking our bacon. So this bin has holes in the top and holes in the sides and holes in the bottom, and that's so that we have really good airflow in it. And then we just take this box and we go out and set it in the smokehouse. We turn it, we check on it. If we need to put new salt on it, we do it every day. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through and use a little bit more of our salt mix on it. I want to just kind of look and see if everybody still has salt on them. Do they have enough salt? Has it kind of washed away? Did I not add enough to begin with? So that one actually looks pretty good. I'm just going to put a little bit more on. And what it's doing is the salt is just removing moisture. It's leaving saltiness behind, but it's pulling moisture out of the meat. Moisture in the wrong place leads to spoilage. So this has been cured for 1 day. It doesn't have pink salt on it, so it's not going to be pink. It's just going to look like pork. Kite is my guinea pig. So find the piece you want.
It's really good.
Does it have the right amount of seasoning?
I think it has a little bit too much salt, but other than that, it's really good.
This is it. We cooked some up this morning because we want to stop the curing process before it gets too salty. I think the ones on the bottom are ready to be smoked now after just 1 day. We really liked that flavor. Oh my gosh, it was so good. We've never had pork skin on our bacon before, but this was phenomenal. This is how one pig breaks down. This and this. That is all the bones. Every single last bone from this pig fits in 2 little containers.
we used a charcoal, a dual fuel smoker, and we just left the door open a crack, and it smoked all the meat that was in the smokehouse.
I think the best thing about having a smokehouse is that it gives you time. You can take this enormous animal, allow it to cool and dry out, and it just extends things for you. In our very dry climate, I can take forever to get this animal processed. We're on day 4 or 5. We salted everything the second day. Everything that we felt we could get to easily, we salted the second day. We salted the rest of everything else the third morning. Again, we're very dry here, and it was in the 20s and 30s at night. So the meat was thoroughly chilled, drying out, and we didn't start smoking until the 4th day, and we're not going to start smoking for serious until the 5th day. So that's what the smokehouse does for us. This was a 250, maybe 300 pound animal, and my daughters and I have broken it down by ourselves, salted, hung, and now we're going to get it smoked. But it just gives you time. If you didn't have a smokehouse, you would really be probably a little bit stressed out about trying to keep everything cool. If you want to smoke it and salt it, you need somewhere cool with lots of airflow. A freezer doesn't give you that. A fridge doesn't give you that. They're enclosed areas. One of them is frozen. The other one is cold, but not air, no air circulating. So I think smokehouses are really, really fun, especially if it's like ours and it didn't cost anything.
Evan, hello. So we have the first stage. We have a giant hole now where there used to be a non-working hot tub. And this is what's going to become our summer kitchen, a roof. And Dirtpatcheaven, what are your thoughts on what is going to go where, and what are we going to do?
Currently, we have a really, really big deck, and it gets really, really hot in the summer. And because it gets so hot, we don't spend any time in it in the summer. And then in the winter, we have got snow drifts that are 3 feet high that we have to keep off of it so that it doesn't collapse. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the lumber from this side over here, which is the raised part, and then my husband is going to take...
That would be me.
Furring strips. So 1x2 is just about furring strips.
Oh, yes.
That we got from a cabinet maker to make shelves so that we can cure meat on it in the winter. All right, these are the rags that we tie the meat into after it's been salted. You can see it has a stain from the smoke process. And so these cloths are from the pork that we've already pulled down and eaten. And I just pulled this one out of the smokehouse. It has been salt cured and smoked, and it's been hanging out there for about a month, maybe
3 weeks.
3 weeks, you think?
Yeah, we haven't been too long, but long enough. And it's cool on the smokehouse, so even on a warm day it stays good.
Yeah, there's enough airflow, enough air circulation that it stays cool in there, and you can see that it is still, even now, drying out. Are you ready?